Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, the main channel for effective technical presentation skills. So here in this video, I would like to cover one of the most common questions that I receive during my presentation training from the participants. So the question is like, how do I reduce or eliminate nervousness during a presentation? This is a very valid question, right? And I think most everyone will face this situation, even the most experienced speaker. Okay, so here's the thing. It's very natural to feel nervous during a presentation. In fact, one of the most common human fear is public speaking fear, right? So it's actually very common. So whenever you guys feel nervous before and during a presentation, that actually is a very common thing. Even the most experienced speaker have the same situation as we all have. And it's actually a very positive thing to feel nervous before a presentation because it forces you to prepare the presentation better. You want to have the best out of your presentation, hence you're feeling that nervousness. So it kind of forces you to prepare your best, right? So it's actually a very good thing. The main things is actually how to handle your nervousness during presentation, how to manage your nerve, right? How to look calm and composed on the outside. So there are two main things to do here. First one is, even though you feel nervous, but you don't want your feeling or your emotion taking control of your action on how you deliver the presentation. Secondly is how to reduce or to make it less obvious to the audience about how you feel inside. You always want to look composed, calm on the outside. Being calm, being confident in front of your audience will help you connect with your audience much better, and it also will gain credibility for you as a speaker. So here are a few tips on how to reduce nervousness during a presentation. And this is for any presentation, public speaking, sales presentation, or technical presentation, right? First one is always practice and prepare, right? Whenever you prepare, you know your material, you know your subject, you know your content, you will feel more confidence on the actual presentation. Also practice. Whenever you do a dry run, whenever you can possibly do a dry run, do a dry run. It can be with your colleagues, with your friends, it can be with someone that knows the subject, or maybe with people that don't know your subject at all. So you know how to tone down your presentation or go more into detail, right? That's the first one. Second tips is always know the audience and the venue in advance, right? So make sure if this is a face-to-face presentation, make sure you come to the venue earlier. If possible, maybe go the day before so you know the audio system that they're using, how the stage is set up. And this is also applies for any online presentation. You want to make sure that whatever platform you're using, Zoom or Teams, Microsoft, right, or Skype, you know how to use it, whether it's the video, if you want to use video, or the microphone, the audio. For instance, like the microphone that I'm using now, I want to make sure that it's connected to the platform that I'm using. Know your audience as well. If possible, if you come and get to know your audience, come early, introduce yourself to the audience, or if you already know your audience before, that's even better. So this is the second part. Know the audience and know the venue. The third thing is always be positive, right? Replace any negative thoughts. Replace the fear of being rejected, being judged, being humiliated. Replace all of those negative thoughts with a positive thinking. Imagine yourself as an athlete coming to a competition and you have to visualize that you're going to win that competition. You're going to have a good success from that presentation. Always have a positive thought. And remember, most of the audience are on the same page as you. They want to see you succeed. Maybe there are 1 or 2% that want you to fail or doesn't like your presentation or whatever, but you can ignore that. Just focus on the higher percentage of the audience where they want to see you succeed. So be positive, audience is on your side, and this will tremendously help your confidence during the presentation. Okay, now the fourth. The fourth is try to do a little bit of light exercise, right? Because whenever you feel nervous, you have excess of energy. Your heart rate increases, right? So try to go do a small walk around the venue, right? Try to practice like self deep breathing, right? Control your breath, and that it will reduce your anxiousness, right? It will help you to calm down more. And if you have an excess of energy, just go maybe walk around the venue. Don't just sit there in the corner and do nothing, because it will increase your anxiety, right? So do a small or light exercise. It actually helps. For me, if I do a presentation online, I try to do a little bit of push-ups, right, just to reduce the anxiety. So that will help. And the last one is try to memorize the opening. Opening of a presentation is always the most nerve-wracking moment, right? So try to memorize 2 or 3 sentences as your good opening, and remember, your opening is always one of the highlight of the presentation. It's where the audience connect to you the most. So you want to make sure that during the opening, you don't freeze, you don't stuttering your words, right? So make sure you remember some of the words and the sentence that you want to deliver as a very strong opening. And once you able to do this part, most likely the rest of the presentation will go smoothly. So remember, just memorize the first 3-4 sentences as an opening, and if you nail that part, the rest of the presentation will go very good. So that's it, guys. Those are the tips on how to reduce nervousness during presentation. If you have more feedbacks or more comments on this particular topics, let me know in the comment and we can discuss. And again, thank you again very much for your feedbacks and all for your comments. Appreciate it. Cheers.